It's that nerd Ryan with the Catching Up podcast with...
Oh, my turn.
Yeah, with Rob. So before we get started, we weren't able to do this last month, but this month we brought back the drink of the month. Today we got Enjoy Double Cola. Same place that we usually get it, so cheers. And... it's okay. I like it. But yeah, so...
I can taste real sugar.
We're going to go ahead and discuss basically last month or two, since we have not been able to do that. Last month we had the group chat. This month we're actually doing just me and Robert as usual. So, you were telling me in the car something big happened, but first, I had a question I wanted to ask you, because we were talking when we were picking these up, about, like, breakdowns, and you brought up something. Would you consider Run by AWOL Nation to have a breakdown? In the comments, too, tell us if you think so. If you haven't heard the song, look it up. It's Run by AWOL Nation.
I mean, yeah, after he says run, that's the breakdown.
Okay, so you would consider that a breakdown. Okay, I didn't really think of it as a breakdown until now, interestingly enough. But, yeah. So, also, I think this is... yeah, because this is the March one. This is the first time that you've been on the podcast since my Disney trip.
Mm-hmm.
So, were you able to see my... yeah, you were able to see the lightsabers and everything. Okay, so yeah, we did catch up on that off screen, so we don't really have to talk about that much. But, yeah, notice anything weird on my desk, by the way?
Why? Do you have children on your desk?
These little babies were found at work all around the store today, and I made a pact that anytime I find, like, a little thing that looks abandoned...
they're not breathing, Ryan. What's wrong?
A little toy that's been abandoned. I pick it up, and then it will be considered a refugee in my Lego city. So we found 8 in total. Yeah, one of them's blue, so yeah, that one's definitely dead.
Yeah. He's not breathing.
Yeah. And then the other one's pink, so it's been born too early. The other 3 of them have jaundice, and 2 of them are regular. But yeah, I also found my HD Handycam, so update on that. Ross is going to entertain you guys. So did you talk at all? Or I got it. Okay, I'll just delete that. Yeah, no. Anyways, back to action. So let's get to your story about what you picked up. What, yesterday? Or like Sunday. So you've had it for 4 days since this posts. Mm-hmm. 2 days since we recorded it. Mm-hmm. And you were really down in that drink, so you must really like it.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, so tell us about your new item.
I got my hands on the PS5.
How is the PS5? To go in detail about it for us people that are unfortunate to be able to...
well, fortunately, like, you can play all your PS4 games on it.
That's good.
So it's like, you don't have to repurchase anything. It just re-download it onto the system, you're good. Get your save data transferred over, and you're fine.
How are the graphics compared to the 4? Or are you still not able to tell because it's 4 games?
It's noticeably a huge improvement compared to the 4.
That's good.
Like gameplay-wise, functionality, like, it is noticeable how much it is improved playing on the PS5 over the 4. So
then the real question out of all of this that everybody's probably wondering: you getting Cyberpunk 2077?
I don't know yet. I'm trying to get Demon's Souls right now.
Fair enough. That reminds me. I heard a new show or a new game coming out. I think it's called Dark Alliance. That looks kind of interesting. But I can't tell if it's a MMO or just by the trailer. It's like a funny trailer for it, so I can't really tell.
I don't think I've heard of Dark Alliance yet.
Yeah, it's just been like advertised constantly on YouTube this morning for me. So like, yeah. Also, want to say thank you for the 5 subscriber increase since the last podcast. So thank you to whoever's watching that has subscribed. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Please leave a comment. And please hit that red bell button and leave a like.
Oh, Dungeons and Dragons Dark Alliance.
Oh, it's a Dungeons and Dragons game?
Yeah.
Robert literally just pulled it up right now. But yeah, it looks kind of interesting.
It's an action RPG.
Hey, our whole group should get it so we can play it. Or if you guys are watching because you heard us drop your name, please sponsor me. But yeah, so basically, I've been in reorganize mode. And I've been reorganizing my Pokemon cards, and I've bought those cheap boxes,
Oh, yeah?
the 70-cent boxes. I'm just bringing that up because I'm looking at it right now. And it's such a pain in the butt to reorganize.
Yeah.
I've been going, it's like it takes an hour just to do one color. And I hate it. But, I mean, I love being organized, so yeah. So, have you watched WandaVision yet?
I have not.
Had a feeling. So yeah, you missed out. I finished it. It's a good show. What do you think about Godzilla versus Kong? Who do you think's gonna win? Okay, let's settle this on here. Who do you think's gonna win?
Well, Kong's got the clap.
Kong's at what?
Got the clap.
Got the clap. So my
If he
theory.
fights like Donkey Kong, then it's all Kong.
Yeah, true. I think Kong's gonna win, basically because Godzilla's contract is up.
Thinking like that.
I heard he wants a lot of money for the next movie,
Hmm.
and they don't want to pay Godzilla that much, and Kong's like the hero that won't ask for a raise.
Yeah.
They're all CG people. I'm making a joke. Laugh.
Look, here's the thing. It's Bowser versus Donkey Kong.
No, Bowser's more Gamera.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's Tyranitar versus
King Kong.
Donkey Kong.
So it's Donkey
Yeah, I
Kong.
think Donkey Kong would be considered a fighting type.
Mm-hmm.
So he has full advantage over Tyranitar.
See, it's all Kong.
Yeah, so it would be Kong. Transitive property, it would be Kong winning.
Doji, Kong came to clap.
Yep. So I guess we're kind of turning this into a nerd news too, which is fine because I'd like to do that with this as well. So we talked about that. Did you hear about the Snyder Cut coming out tomorrow when this video comes
No.
out? Or when this video comes out. Do you know what the Snyder Cut is?
No.
So basically a while ago, people were fighting to get the Zack Snyder Cut of Justice League.
Hmm.
Basically, he was only able to film about 40% of the movie before something tragic happened to him. Something that I can't say on YouTube here because I could get demonetized in the future. But something happened to his daughter, so he had to quit. And they brought the guy that did Avengers 1 and 2 on, and you've seen Justice League, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know how it looks like oh yeah, we saw it together in theaters.
Yeah.
Remember how like it felt kind of mishmash of like two different movies put in one?
Yeah.
That's because Joss Whedon, Zack Snyder, both cuts put together.
Mm.
So people have been whining that they want the Snyder Cut, so there's going to be a 4.5 to 6 hour cut of the Justice League. They're going to be releasing it in hours on HBO Max. And I've already heard it's pretty boring. But yeah, that's coming out tomorrow on HBO Max. Make sure you guys check it out. And then Godzilla's coming out 2.5 weeks from now, I think. But yeah, theaters are finally reopening. That's the best part.
Mhm.
So you could go back and watch movies now. And then Falcon Winter Soldier tomorrow as well, which I'm excited for. I'm actually going to be doing a YouTube live stream about the show. Sorry to keep plugging myself while we're on here, but I mean, great stuff coming for this channel.
So shameless.
I don't care. I mean, always be plugging, as Jarvis Johnson always says. So have you come across anything interesting lately then? Besides your PlayStation 5, you smug bastard.
Not too much. Just same old, same old.
Yeah. Are you excited for Legends Arceus?
Yeah.
What do you...
Just
okay.
we're getting all the love.
Yep. So I have a theory posting in a few weeks, so I'm not going to explain my theory. You already heard it, though. But what's your theory about what Legends Arceus is going to be about?
I just think it's going to be like the past, like the history of Sinnoh before Palkia and Dialga were a thing.
Do you think, are you sure about the Palkia and Dialga thing? Because, I mean, Arceus is in the title, so I feel like Arceus has to be in the game.
Is the god.
I know, but like, oh yeah, maybe.
Like that might be like their first discovery of them.
Yep. There's another quick housekeeping thing too I want to bring up. Is next month it'll be the third Saturday that this podcast comes out, and we might do another podcast on top of it that's just kind of nerd talk. I know that we'll have it more organized where this is more personal stuff or more other random friend stuff. We have an idea down the pipeline. If you guys are interested, we're thinking of bringing Angie in on this and maybe another friend of ours, where we each have $20 and we're allowed to go to as many fast food joints as we want to make the best meal up to $20. And then we rank it. So if you guys are interested, leave a comment. We're also going to do some other random stuff. But yeah, that's basically what we're planning to do with this series and with what I would consider Nerd Talk, which we're going to do right now, basically, just kind of merging them together right now. Hopefully have different people in that too, so we can have a whole group talking on this cast. Also going to try to get some interviews in eventually. But something that has come up since the last time that we've all talked, but you know about this because I've been one of those annoying fans. I started Rick and Morty. So have you watched all of it yet, or?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
Most of it.
Because I know you keep quoting the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
With the wait, hang on, I got it right. Or you gotta stick the thing up your butt. You gotta get really deep up your butt. You gotta.
My butt. Oh, jeez, Rick! Oh no.
Have you seen the Get Swifty episode?
Yeah.
That's like my favorite episode so far. I want that as a ringtone. But yeah, been doing that, and I've also been watching Twilight Zone again, which is fun. I do have a recommendation for you. So you have Netflix, right?
Yeah.
All right. So it's a kids show, but it's really good, especially if you're a Jurassic Park fan. And it's called Jurassic Park Camp Cretaceous, and it's really freaking good. And they just announced that they're doing that the third season's coming out in May, which I think is way ahead of when Jurassic World Dominion's supposed to come out. I don't know when that's really supposed to come out, but yeah. So, what else do you want to talk about? We still got a half an hour.
Start playing Nier Automata.
What's that? Tell us about it.
It's hard to explain what it is because it switches between 4 different genres as far as its gameplay goes.
Mm-hmm.
Like you start off, it's a bullet hell. Like that's the very tutorial section of the game. It's just one bullet hell. Then you get into a top view roguelite.
Mm-hmm.
then after you get out of that section, you are in a third-person action.
Nice.
And it actually works out really well because like it doesn't do a transition. It just like switches the camera angle to match the situation.
Well, so it's more like a story game then.
Yeah.
It's playing whatever is with the story. I played one game like that, and you're gonna laugh that I say this, but like seriously, Lego Star Wars: The Force Unleashed does the same thing.
Mm.
Like it'll turn into like regular Star Wars, Lego Star Wars gameplay, and then all of a sudden it's a rail shooter.
Mm.
it's like what the hell is going on? I never finished that game just because I was so upset that like they could talk in it. But other than that, like that was an open world game.
Oh, wasn't
it? Yeah, no, it wasn't the sound effects like the classic sound effects, which I guess Skywalker Saga's not doing the classic sound effects, and that kind of makes me a little mad. Still gonna get it though.
Like, there was a charm to those just
Yeah.
basic Lego sound effects. Like,
Yeah. I mean, there's freaking memes of every single death sound from those games. Although the best death sound ever is Revenge of the Sith, the game, Anakin. Have you ever heard it?
No.
I'm going to pull it up for you right now. YouTube, don't copyright strike me for this.
Too late.
But I am pulling it up right now because it is literally the best death screen ever. Let me make sure everything's all the way up.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. The best sound ever. Oh god, they have every single death sound, or every single death in Star Wars, but it's replaced with the Lego death sound.
Nice.
That's amazing. But yeah. Oh god. So did I tell you I got my shiny Rookity?
Yeah.
And a shiny Talonflame?
Nice.
Yep. Morty. Ugh.
Nice.
Yep. And then, so you picked up a book today.
Yeah, it's in my bag.
When we were there. What did you get?
Oh, it's a little manga series called Orange.
Orange? Is
Yep.
the new black?
No.
Oh, okay. I was going to say I saw the Netflix adaptation, even though I didn't.
Just up.
Orange. So it looks like it's a high school drama sort of thing?
It's not really a drama. It's like he has a lot with time travel and kids trying to prevent their friend from committing suicide.
Oh, nice. I like how I avoided saying that earlier, and then you just said it.
Of course.
But yeah, that seems cool. I've been reading a book called Into the Dark, which is part of the Star Wars High Republic series, which actually, let's talk about the High Republic.
Mm-hmm.
I'll introduce you to the High Republic.
So they, hi?
No. But I'll explain what it is to you, and then you tell me what you think.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, right now, if you look at Star Wars' YouTube channel, every video is getting massive dislikes. Technically has nothing to do with the High Republic. It's just they're whining about somebody getting fired. And now we'll probably get mass dislikes because I said that, but you know what? Bad publicity is still publicity. So basically it's 200 years before Phantom Menace.
Mm-hmm.
So 210 years before the Clone Wars. And basically the Republic is at its height of basically everything. Same with the Jedi. So like travel, popularity, everything like that. And Robert's literally taking drugs while I'm telling him this.
That's right.
What is that, ketamine?
They don't make those in pills.
I thought that's what it was. I don't know, I have to consult Yoda. But yeah, anyway, so basically they just found an easy way to travel to the Outer Rim through hyperspace lanes. And While that happened, something called the Great Disaster happened. This happened in a book called The Way of the Jedi, which I finished. Phenomenal book. The first 15 chapters literally feel like the response to 9/11. And that's where it starts off as the Great Disaster. But, like, yeah, it's pretty insane, like, with everything that happens. Turns out that there's this group called the Nile, and they're pretty nihilistic, obviously, with the name and everything. But they
take over the Nile River.
They pull through hyperspace, which is supposed to be impossible, and almost hit the ship, and the ship falls apart in hyperspace and starts launching out and blowing up planets. So there's that. That's the Nile. The Nile are the main bad guys in that. They're kind of just pirate raiders that are nihilistic, that go do whatever they want, take whatever they want, sort of thing. And they're a real threat because they can come out of nowhere in hyperspace. The other threat are called the Drengir. And tell me how interesting this sounds. This is pretty cool in my opinion. So they're sentient plants that not only force people to see their deepest, darkest fear, but they can mind control people too.
Nice.
Yeah. This is like one of the most interesting Star Wars villains I've ever heard of, compared to like regular old Sith. Yeah, there's supposed to be no Sith in this because, like, they say in Phantom Menace that there hasn't been a Sith in 1,000 years. So they can't bring Sith into this. But yeah, and then there's 3 books right now and I think 5 comics for the High Republic. It was supposed to start last year, but due to you-know-what, couldn't continue doing it. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'm only about 8 chapters in on Into the Dark. But yeah. Anytime we have a awkward pause, I'm just gonna hit the button. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff going on right now in Nerdum. Just basically a bunch of Marvel stuff, bunch of Pokemon stuff announced. Yeah. Okay, so here we'll talk about that. The Sinnoh League. I mean, the Sinnoh games, Sinnoh remakes. So when do you think Gen 5's remakes are going to come out? And 2, what
after
are your...
Gen 9?
Yeah. What are some of your... I think after Gen 10. If you look, every single remake is every other generation. Besides Gen 3 and 4.
Yeah.
But, what are some of your fondest Diamond Pearl Platinum memories? And what do you hope to relive in Diamond Pearl? Or Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl?
Game my boy to all the way to the 8th gym.
Oh yeah, because all you ever do is Nuzlocke. Yeah, I can't do Nuzlocke. I mean, maybe if I could get a capture card, I'll do Nuzlocks.
Then I just watched my boy Torterra die to a critical explosion.
See, that's why I don't do Nuzlocks.
It was a crit explosion. If it wasn't a crit, he would have lived.
I barely have any fond memories of, like, being a kid playing. Because I would cheat back then. So, like, I try to get rid of those memories. But, what I do remember recently is actually kind of funny with the name of Pearl's remake being Shining Pearl. So back when I did cheat, for whatever reason, Pokemon Pearl was the only one that would work with making shiny Pokemon that were permanent. So that's what I used to do on the game, and then I lost my my action replay, and I took that as a sign that I need to stop cheating. So I restarted the game about 2 years ago, maybe a year ago. I think it was the first game that, like, I played on my straight playthrough, or my straight edge playthroughs. And one of the first things I encountered was a shiny Starly. So it's kind of funny that in Shining Pearl, or that it's going to be called Shining Pearl, and that's like my most experience with shinies, legal or illegal. But yeah, And then I remember having to go to the hospital once for some reason. And while I was there, just fighting. Is Crasher Wake in Diamond Pearl?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, then Crasher Wake.
He's the
Fighting.
water gym.
Yeah, fighting Crasher Wake with my Empoleon. Actually, it was a Primplup at the time, and it evolved into Empoleon. We're going to like 3 different hospitals for this and everything, and I was just playing the whole time. But yeah, actually, I think the reason why I got DS Lite was because of Diamond Pearl. And yeah, pretty fun game. I'm excited for the remakes. So, what do you think they're going to do with the PAL Park?
PAL Park?
Yeah, since we don't really need it anymore.
They might just like turn it into an online service.
I could see that, or maybe make it like the PAL Park in X and Y. I could see that. That would be pretty interesting. That would make me.
I can't wait to have the Sabari Zone back.
Oh, me too. I'm kind of I understand why they did it in Let's Go, but I'm kind of bummed that they took it out. But yeah, the Safari Zone's fun. Actually, you know what? I thought that was blocked in the anime. But I've been watching the Pokemon anime, and the Safari Zone episode with the Kangaskhan wasn't blocked, but the one with the Tauros is.
Yeah.
Which cracks me up is like that was blocked because somebody held a gun point blank at Ash. Up until what I've been watching, people have been using guns almost like 3 episodes. And I'm like 40 episodes in. And it's like there's a part where Jesse and James hold up a saloon with a gun. And then when they're getting the Kangaskhan, he has a tranquilizer gun, but it looks like a regular MP40. He's holding it Kangaskhan. And it's like, in that same episode, Officer Jenny holds up a gun to Ash. A real gun. And it's like, what the heck? Why did you block that? I mean, I understand Electric Soldier Porygon, but why the gun episode of all things if that constantly happens? I don't know. 4Kids is weird. Oh, that reminds me. I will bring this up even though you were there. Speaking of 4Kids, everybody knows the famous scene where Brock is eating a rice ball and goes, "Oh, I'm excited for donuts. Jelly filled are my favorite. Nothing beats a jelly donut." So from when I was a kid, I remember seeing that and always wanting to try a rice ball, but I never knew what it was actually called. So I would tell people that I wanted to try a jelly donut, and either they would get me an actual jelly donut, or they'd be like, "What are you talking about?" So last week, I finally got to try what is it actually called?
Onigiri?
Onigiri.
No, onigiri.
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 Rice ball.
There you go.
I tried the salmon one, and then I think it was like beef or pork. I kind of wish they had a little more options. I liked the pork one, but the salmon one was so dry. And do they cook the salmon in that, or is that?
I think it's just raw salmon.
Okay, because whenever I've had sushi and had salmon in the sushi, it's not been dry. But that was like the reason why I had to stop eating that was because I was basically choking.
I'm pretty sure it's because the rice has all the moisture.
Did not think of that. See, that's why I need another person here to talk with me, because I say stupid stuff and then they point it out.
Yeah.
I mean, 90% of the time I say
You're
stupid
eating
stuff.
something covered in rice, Ryan. It's going to suck the moisture, of course.
Well, actually, technically, it wasn't covered in rice. It was on top of the rice.
On top?
Yeah. Which I thought it was supposed to be inside.
Some of them have it on top, some have it inside.
Some like it on top, some like it inside.
Yeah.
Morty. I got at least 5 more minutes to talk, so we're going to talk about what our plans for the rest of the year are. What are your plans for the rest of the year?
I have no plans.
You never do, you nihilist.
What is a plan? Are you a plan?
Plan is something that falls apart when nobody pays attention when you're talking.
So it just falls apart in general.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So we are planning a hike soon, speaking of that, which obviously we can't do this week. Yeah, so where we live, for the last, 3 weeks, it was like 50 at the lowest.
Mm.
And then yesterday it frickin' snows and ices and brings it down to like 35.
Mm.
We're planning to hike this week, and of course now we can't because it's 35 to 39 degrees outside. God, I hate Illinois sometimes.
Mm.
But I love it at the same time too.
This Sunday it's supposed to be 63
Of course on Sunday, but what about Thursday?
and 65 on Monday. Doesn't show me in advance for next Thursday. Just show
No,
me
this Thursday.
70
70. This Thursday, 70?
with rain. It might rain though.
Oh, okay, maybe we shouldn't. Of course, we get 2 weird days and then it goes back
No,
to...
that's what I'm talking about.
What?
That's what. Okay, so 42.
Oh, okay.
Alabama now, it's nice and 50. It's a nice 68.
What about Topeka, Kansas? Is it hot in Topeka? I'm a hot toe picker. I'm a hot toe picker. Robert, my toe's hot. Would you pick it?
Oh,
Do you remember that?
I think so.
Foster's Home for Imaginary
Oh,
Friends?
yeah.
I'm a hot toe picker. Mister, my toe is hot. Go and pick it.
No. You can do it yourself.
What was your favorite childhood show?
Probably Power Rangers Time Force.
Dude, Power Rangers Time Force was the shiznit. I had to stop myself from swearing there. That's like the only Power Rangers I watched. Because like I was so mad when it ended and it's like I'm not going to watch these new people.
Mm.
But like I had the Time Force video game. I had all the Time Force figures. I was just, oh dude, I love it. I haven't seen it since. And probably if I go back and watch it now, I'm going to be like, ugh.
Mm.
But like, yeah. I've actually been like kind of getting back into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And like I've always loved it.
Yeah.
But like
The old 2003 animation, that was really good.
have you seen I think it's 2013 or 2015 3D animated
The
one from
CGI one,
Nickelodeon.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen some.
I love that one. That one's phenomenal.
Yeah, that was actually really good too.
Yeah. I actually bought Out of the Shadows last week. Haven't watched it yet. I'm afraid to because I heard it's terrible.
Mm.
But like I needed to buy a DVD. I was like, I'll get that. And then I was just started talking about Ninja Turtles again. I go, oh, I forgot how much I love them. Fun fact: did you know that the chemicals that hit them were the same accident that made Matt Murdock blind?
Yeah.
For Daredevil. You knew that?
Yeah.
God, I can't do like so the two things that I've been trying to bring up that like thank God I'm in a relationship because if I wasn't, these would be like my pickup lines.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean, probably a good thing because these are terrible pickup lines. But would be that fun fact, and then be like, so do you listen to Dance Gavin Dance?
Mm-hmm.
Just because, like, I would be so terrible. That's what we should do. I should ask Angie's permission. This could be a future podcast because I heard you have a Tinder account.
Mm-hmm.
I'd try to be your wingman on Tinder
Mm-hmm.
and try to set you up on a date and see what happens. Would you be willing to do that? No.
I don't trust the Tinder girls.
Oh, fair enough. Well, then download OkCupid or Bumble.
I don't know what's worse.
Bumble, you can't. You can't
Bumble,
message first.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to have the girl initiate the conversation.
Which that's not going to happen.
No, you never know. You can't look so down on yourself.
No, it's not that. It's just that most people would prefer not to initiate conversation, even though that's the whole point of Bumble.
Well, when people download it and they know that's the whole point, they kind of start doing that.
Yeah. Until they don't.
Yeah. Well, you never know. Never hard to. But I want to do a video where I try to be your wingman. We should start doing sketches too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that should be other Saturday stuff. Is just sketches with friends. That'd be pretty fun. Tell us if you've made it this far, 36 minutes into the video, if you are willing to do that or want us to do that, because I'm willing to do it. I don't know if you are. I got some funny ideas. Some of them are just like random insults, but they're funny ideas. I can't say the one that I came up with today on here because I'm trying to keep this family friendly. But it's
So you brought me along.
okay. Well, I'll say it, but I'm gonna mute it as I say it. So, what? Did you wake up this morning and someone found out that someone else's wife?
Oh, you didn't mute that time.
No, I think it did. It like see right there. We're looking at the edit, and right there,
Oh, no,
it's
I know,
blank.
I'm just messing with you.
No, I know. I figured that out the other day, and then I got Audacity got mad at me for doing that because me and Angie were doing commentary on Iron Man, and I blocked it for like 10 minutes, and I came back and was like, "We cut out 10 minutes of your video." I was like, "Yeah," because I cut it out myself. But yeah, what do you think of the insult? But yeah, that would be pretty, like stuff like that, and then that sketch that I told you about with the lemonade stand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny. So we're going to wrap up here. We will see you guys in a month and 2 days. If you want us to do sketch ideas, make sure you leave a comment. I'll also post on Instagram asking. So make sure, if you are subscribed or if this is your first time watching, make sure you follow me on Instagram too. And yeah. So like, comment, subscribe. Recommendation for this week is Rick and Morty. Unless you're not smart enough. No, I'm kidding. Rick and Morty. And what is your recommendation?
You should play Nier Automata.
What?
You should play Nier Automata.
Nier Automata? Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's that nerd Ryan and Robert signing off.
I'm not here.
Have a great day.